Because, you know, hugs.
Oops.
You will never unsee this because of hugs. Thanks, Case 2. You made me realize the power of hugs. And it will never get old because of hugs. Okay. April 2nd, 10:15 a.m. at the Zodiac Art Gallery, Fountain Patio. Oh God, I already read the notes of who we're dealing with. Oops, I guess I went on for a little too long there. Something like that happened. I had no idea. None of the case files I read went into such detail. Well, I doubt there would be anything in there that would be inconvenient to the prosecution. Especially with that Von Karma at the head. How did that investigation go from there? The desserts had disappeared from the victim's room, so the investigation hit a rough patch. Thanks to that, it took about a whole year before a verdict was handed down. 1 whole year. This was before the 3-day pre-trial system was established. Trials didn't need to finish in a short amount of time that they do now.
The shield blocked the dragonfly's was melted and pushed into his face, turning it into a beautiful but painful mask.
Hug! Oh, sorry. I see. Hugs for all. Did they ever find out why the victims deserted disappeared?
No, you just made me realize I need to try that. I need to hug the dragon.
Hug! So that feels kind of nice. Hug. Well, kinda. His dessert was like candy ice sculpture made from sherbet. Since it was made from ice, the general consensus was that it had melted. However, that might not quite be the case. What do you mean? This museum used to be Mr. Master's mansion. The stage of the IS-70s. And in this very place, they're exhibiting the sherbet salon from 18 years ago. The victim's dessert? Yep. Though it could be just a replica of the original. That's why Uncle Ray had to come today to check it out. And for your old man, too. And now then, let's get a move on and check out the room. I'm pretty sure it's over in the Winter Palace. Meanwhile, in Mendel Palace... Oh. Winter Palace should be... Huh? It's locked up? That's odd. They already opened the museum. Mr. Shields, according to the pamphlet we received at the entrance, the Winter Palace is over here. Really? I could have sworn it was this one. Alright, let's go. We gotta confirm the truth of what happened 18 years ago. With hugs.
That's what Von Karma needed. He needed Mr. Hugs.
Yes. Oh my god, really? We got these two here? And it's as cold as ever. Uncle Ray's gonna freeze solid. Seems that Winter Palace lives up to its name. It's like a freezer in here. With the light dimmed like this, it's almost as if the room itself is made of ice. I think the control panel for the room temperature is on the back wall. Miles, why don't you... Oh, good lord. Miles, why don't you check what temperature it's set at for me? Oh, dear lord. Uncle Ray's.
Dragon was clearly in need of some affection. Look, would spend on time
Hogs!
BFFs, playing
Hogs!
together, eating island heroes every day.
Hogs! 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 Hogs!
Of course! Why not?
Hogs fix everything.
That's right. Mr. Hugs fixes all, except the princess. It does not save the princess.
Uncle Ray's gonna give the curator a piece of his mind later. It's way too cold in here.
I am now taking 14 years and 332 days to save the princess.
Very well. But if you want to look around a bit, feel free to stay. Free to your heart's content, Uncle Ray needs a hug. No.
Oh, God. Ray, you are not Mr. Hugs. Please stop.
I'll get the camera ready. I want to take some pictures of this place and show it to your old man. Understood. Because it's hogs! Oh, sorry. You mean everybody around here is frozen today? Miles, can I ask you something? Of course. What is it? Is it okay to take photos in this room? What? Haven't you checked? But if you haven't gotten any warnings about it, then it should be fine. Ah, sorry. Well, to be honest, I would have taken some anyway. Your old man had always wanted to investigate this winter palace after all. If my father had seen this room, he would have found something. If he had the results of the trial, might have also... No, there's no point in thinking that now. Well, how about this? I'll yell out, Master Mask is here! Yes, it's me! It's Master Mask! Good.
You got chicken?
Wait, what? Yes.
Yes.
Wait, Ronnie, if you say that, you'll get arrested. Come on, if we don't plan properly, we won't be able to sell it. What are these two talking about? Mr. Shields, I can't find the temperature control panel. Alright, they keep it where it's hard to find. Just one moment. Huh, it's locked. Makes sense. They wouldn't want the guests changing the temperature themselves. According to this pamphlet, the Winter Palace has a temperature of 27 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh! Now that is cold. Uncle Ray's got a fridge now. Guess I'll need to find someone to share body heat with, preferably a beautiful lady. You just want hugs? Hugs. Oh! Are you trying to freeze me to death as well with those cold eyes? Of course not. Giant block of ice being displayed here. Appears to be quite heavy. No, the inside must be hollow. On the surface, there's an image of the stars and a written description. The Pleiades, also known as the Seven Sisters. A star cluster that comprises a part of Taurus. But for all these stars to be grouped together as a cluster, the ways of the ancient people must have been very imprecise. Because they all wanted hugs! There are two sculptures displayed here. These sculptures are replicas of the desserts that vanished 18 years ago. Impressive, huh? These sculptures are made of ice. Yes. My father never got to see these ice sculptures. And now, 18 years later, I'm standing before them. Miles, sorry to bother you while you're deep in thought. Could you turn this way a little? Like this. Yes, like that. Mr. Shiz, no. Say cheese. Fuzzy pickles. Mr. Shiz, please don't take pictures of me. Sorry, my bad. I just wanted to make sure the camera works again. That camera looks quite old. Yeah, well, because it's an old-fashioned camera. You know, it's a camera. Automatically develops the photos after shooting. Pretty cool, huh? Yes, I know. Though I've never used one. You're quite the know-it-all. You really are the old man's son. Could you move a bit? I want to take some more photos of him. His face is taking on an unusually serious expression. He's probably thinking about the IS-7 incident. Man, I snapped a bunch and they're already developed, see? He shoved them in my face before I could reply. Well, I have one more question for you, Mr. Know-It-All. Do you know what these two sculptures represent? They're sculptures of the Taurus and Gemini from the winter constellations. Ooh, bingo! Not bad, Miles. That's probably why they call this room the Winter Palace. Uncle Ray is feeling generous today, so I'll give you a copy of this photo, too. Thanks. Are these replicas of the constellation stars that were made 18 years ago? Yeah! Looks like these two sculptures are also made of sherbet. Uncle Ray's only seen 2 of the real sculptures in photos. But these sculptures look like the real deal. Yo!
In the next 10 minutes, we need to talk about house business.
Gotcha. Oh, 10 minutes. Okay. This was what you wanted to show me? Yeah, I think your old man would have wanted you to see it as well. I'm sorry, Uncle Ray didn't have the courage to come here alone. Don't apologize. This was a golden opportunity to learn about my father's case. That means a lot to me. So you want me to take another commemorative photo? No thanks. Alright, now that I got some pictures of this room, let's check out the other palaces. Might as well see them all since we're already here. I suppose you're right.
Wow. So we're the first time, but not the second.
Don't yell just now. Came from the fountain patio. Let's go, Miles. Oh, no. April 2nd, 10:30 a.m. in the patio.
Oh, I know what I gotta do.
There's someone passed out on the floor. That man does. Larry! What are you doing here? Now I'm getting ahead of myself. What exactly happened here? Angie! I saw something that no one should ever have to see again! Larry, calm down. Why is there someone passed out here? I didn't do anything. He just fell down all of a sudden. This man, he can't be. Excuse me, but what is the matter here? You can't raise such a ruckus in the museum, boss. The sentence. Seems like he's still breathing, but this is a bad situation. Miles is not safe here. Get everyone out of here. Everyone, get away from that room right now. There's poison gas coming out from it.
Oh god. Oh god, that was a bad idea. Just lock our speakers.
April 2nd, 10:42 a.m.
Oh my god.
Mr. Shields holds the victim. Looks like he braved in a little too much of that poison gas. Still unconscious. According to the doctor and the ambulance, there's no external injuries or any other wounds. Thanks to our fortunate timing, we were able to save him before he was too far gone. But he's not out of the woods yet. He's currently being treated by a specialist in the infirmary. Let's see. Mr. Shields is his acquaintance Jules. Yeah, you can say that. He's Dane Gustavia. He was involved in the I-7 incident. The pastry stuff? So he was involved in the case 18 years ago. At least the other guy is doing alright. Is he a friend of yours, Miles? Yes, you could say that. It is fortunate that you were not hurt, Larry. What was that supposed to mean, Edge? How could you treat a child friend like that? That's just cruel.
Goddamn, Larry.
And also, when I'm dressed like this, I'm called Laurice Dunim, you know. So don't call me Larry, it's Laurice.
Oh god, not Luis.
This guy is Larry Butts.
This guy is Harry Butts indeed.
He's nothing but trouble. He's been one of my friends since grade school. Some time ago, he awakened to the calling of art and assumed the alias Larry Dunham. But a Butts by any other name would smell just as much.
Really? You two are childhood friends. I better report that to your old man, too. I'm sure he would bring a joy. He was always worried about you not being able to make friends. Good for you, Edge! Aren't you glad to have a bosom buddy like me?
My father was worried about something like that. But anyway, what are you doing in a place like this, Larry?
How many times do I have to tell you, Edge? I'm Laurice!
What are you doing in a place like this?
Yikes! Don't glare at me when you talk!
So, are you going to tell me?
Isn't it obvious? I've come here to study art. I'm going to take Mandy on a date here, so I was just doing some scouting beforehand.
Aren't you just using art as an excuse to go on a date?
Not bad, Laurice. Maybe you can introduce some pretty girls to me next time. Ah, now you're talking my language, dude.
I think I'm getting a headache. And by the way, Laurice, did you notice anything strange when you found the victim? Plus, you need a hug. Yeah, not really. Nothing that would make you say, I saw something that no one should ever have to see?
Oh yeah, that.
I was just surprised when I saw that old dude fall down out of nowhere.
I didn't do anything this time for once.
Is that anything to brag about? Visitors, we wish to deeply apologize for the disturbance. I am the curator of this museum. My name is Catherine Hull. She's also one of the people involved in the IS-7 incident. Hello there, Miss Gate.
Yes, thank you for your continued assistance.
She was the woman we saw at the reception, so she's the curator here.
We apologize for the inconvenience, especially since it's the opening day.
No, you don't have to apologize for a thing, Miss Gate. I almost forgot. Let me introduce you to someone. This is Miles Edgeworth. He's Gregory Edgeworth's son.
Oh, Monsieur Edgeworth. Oh, how wonderful! I meet the sun after 18 years.
Oh god, don't do it again, Izzy. Please don't.
He's singing again.
It is an honor to meet you, Defense Attorney Miles Edgeworth. Wow,
Oh look,
that was
it's
amazing.
a hit musical piece of shit.
You still got that golden voice, Miss Gates. Actually, I'm a
Yes.
prosecutor.
Yeah, she has the golden voice. You, on the other hand,
Oh, you are
on the other hand, have a
prosecutor.
voice that's already well done.
My most sincere apologies, Monsieur Edgeworth.
I don't see you guys singing.
Because we know better.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, we know better.
Oh, please. You guys are no fun.
You keep it up.
You guys are no
We're the
fun.
of our group at the moment.
Seriously, you guys.
want to be more releasing?
See, you
Dude,
guys
if
are
you
no
keep
fun.
this up, you're gonna be on the same level as Gold Rat. You would able to
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus H.
No, no. Why
Dude,
would I
you
want
keep-
be? No,
you-
why
you
would I
keep
want that?
this- You keep this up, I'm gonna pretend that the Revenge guy is you.
Ooh.
This woman is very
You
polite,
kill the shopkeeper, set up shop for free hugs.
but slightly odd.
Oh, interesting.
Katie, can I get an autograph right here, pretty please?
In your sketchbook.
Yes, if you so desire.
That is effed up right there. Yes.
Why do you want her autograph?
Hey, don't tell me you don't know who she is.
My, you really don't keep up with the entertainment news, do you, Miles? What? What is this unbearable atmosphere? The one in chat? Yeah, I wonder that too. She's a superstar actress who's been in tons of musicals and movies. Great singer too.
Currently, I am the curator of this museum. I've only retired from the stage. I finished filming my role from my last movie a few days ago. My co-stars also said that they would come here once I opened the doors. And here you are, Monsieur Artiste. I return this to you.
Thanks a bunch, Katie. I'll treasure for the rest of my life.
Well, well. Looks like me and Larry share the same interests.
So I got loose. But Larry, you said you're here to study art. Why don't you practice drawing as well? Since you're here at Miss Hall's Art Museum.
Oh, it would be an honor to have Monsieur Artiste sketch all exhibits.
I guess even you have
Some good ideas every now and then, Edgy. I'll do a bit of sketching for Katie here. What an amusing person.
Forget the servants. Incidentally, who was the woman that was with you earlier?
That was Madame Delicious Scones. She is currently assisting in the treatment of Monsieur Gustavius in the infirmary. Even though I said infirmary, since this is an art museum now, it is only provisional. As I am the only staff member working here, I cannot take a leave of my duties for too long.
Delicious Scones. I believe we have heard that name before, Mr. Shields. Yep. Looks like the whole gang from the IS-7 incident here. Well, night outside's good today.
Monsieur Shields, Monsieur Edgeworth, would you care for some hunting?
Oh, Miss Kate's tea takes me. That takes me back. Yes, if you please.
Now I must take my leave. I must explain the situation to the other visitors.
Alright, thanks for everything.
Yep, that's one.
It smells like Ceylon tea. I should drink it before
If
it
I
cools.
stay close to this block while it explodes.
Oh, this Ceylon tea is of very high quality. And this aroma is citrus. Does wonders for your concentration, right? Your old man said the same exact thing 18 years ago. The sauces back then were chilled. Today they're warm. Anyway, don't you think this kind of situation is rather unusual? You mean how everyone involved in the case 18 years ago has gathered at this museum? Yes, I would like to be in charge of this case if at all possible. Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Are you okay?
Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Shields! I came here as fast as I could when I heard that you were done in by the poison gas.
Oh, my sweet honey cake. How about a hug after being parted for so long?
Remember
No.
Kay, stranger danger.
Jeez! You're perfect. So you're perfectly fine? I can't believe you made us worry so much.
Detective Gumshoe, what is the meaning of bringing Kay here? I'm sorry, sir. I knew the gas was dangerous, so I tried to stop her. But no matter how much I ran, I couldn't gain any ground.
When it comes to running away, no one is faster than you. Gotta answer.
But you weren't running away from
What?
here.
She sure loves bragging that all the time.
Yep. No one runs away like Gaston.
It's the Edgeworth all set, sir. I'll start investigating the crime scene. Since there are any traces of gas in the room, I'll just have to ask everyone to wait here. Very well, I'm coming. Good luck in there, Flatfoot.
Wow, Gummy's so cool. He's just like a detective.
He's just like a detective. But that's what he is. So you're saying he isn't a detective? Wow.
Allegedly.
Yes, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth! Looks like the poison gas this case, sir.
God. What?
Detective, calmly explain the state of the Autumn Palace. Yes, sir. I'll start with exhibits. On the left, there's a statue with two people. On the right, there's a statue of an animal with two horns. Statue of two people and a statue of an animal with horns. Isn't that the exact same thing I saw at the Winter Palace just a while ago? Also, the room is wet with water thanks to that sprinkler system. That also prevented gas from harming anyone else. Sprinkler system? Was there a fire in the room? And no signs of fire. The fire alarm hasn't gone off either, sir. Sprinklers in this museum are the kind that detects both smoke and fire. If it detects smoke, it'll send an alert to the security room. I think the poison gas might have set off an alarm in the security room, sir. I think the poison gas might have set off the alarm in the security room, sir. Was there anyone in the security room at the time? Only one working here is the curator, Miss Catherine Hall, sir. She's been in a reception booth opposite the security room ever since the museum opened. Miss Hall turned on the sprinklers. The sprinkler system can only be operated manually from the security room, sir. They have been automatically wet and spray water all over the exhibits. Since the system's manual, the situation can be examined and the exhibits moved if need be. I guess there will be more priority over the exhibits than the building. Only at a museum. But it's way too cold in this room, sir. This is supposed to be the Autumn Palace. Feels more like the dead of winter in here. Autumn Palace. It's cold. I checked the thermostat earlier. It was set to 27 degrees Fahrenheit. Couldn't believe it. Why would the Autumn Palace be set to a temperature after the winter palace? That's about all I know for now, sir. If I figure anything else, I'll give you another call. I see. Thank you. I see. I'm counting on you, Detective. Okay. I wonder if he's still on the phone or not. I don't know. I'm gonna check. I'll be right back. Just in case something should happen, which I'm pretty sure would. Hey, when I have these talks and something always happens. One would think after all this. After 3 hours being on Fantasy 14, I swear to God.
Hey, the hook thing to go there, okay. Oh. I got the whistle of time? I do. Wow. Anvil Yard. Please don't try to rescue the princess while I'm away. Signed, the Dark Lord. What?
Oops.
Rescue the princess? Dude, I don't even know where the fuck I am. There's no map in this game. Oh god. You got the one-ton anvil? Okay then. Hold on. That's bizarre. In just 5 more minutes. I know what that means. Here's a philosophical question for you.
Ask away.
If all you had to do was stay in bed, and the kingdom's GDP goes up by 200%, the Dark Lord retires out of boredom, and the cure for all diseases is found, all you have to do is just not get out of bed for the day, would you do it?
Depends.
That's the ending I just got. Some days you just don't feel like it. The day he stayed in bed, the kingdom's GDP went up by 200%, the Dark Lord retired out of boredom, and the cure for all diseases was found. Well done, hero!
Like I said, it depends. Whoa, okay, I need to move you backwards. Barely ran out of no health.
Also, I'm still in the anvil head. Yep, I am literally an anvil head now.
Anvil head.
Yes.
Interesting.
I died because I got an anvil. What? Hi there, we're the devs. We're look. Oh, oh. Oh shit. Yeah, I killed him. Well, that's okay. It wasn't that nice anyway.
Oh my god, there's too many enemies. Wait. Oh, she died. Oh, damn. Okay.
What? I have no idea what the fuck this is yet.
Somebody firing fireworks already again? Dang.
I haven't a clue.
Come me this way. Wait, what the heck are you doing? Get over there. If I could just get them just a little bit closer. There we go.
End of the secret passages. This is not a secret passage. Real end of secret passage. Okay, so that's where it ends up.
Yes.
The whistle of time again, okay. I'll take that hint. Thank you. That was out of the box. Alright. Okay, this is great. I literally just trapped myself.
Good job.
The game did not consider this one. And make sure they're dead. And sorry, the princess is... Oh, God, no. Okay. the eighth can give you wings. Okay. Without hesitation, he jumped off the cliff. He knew he could make it if he had enough faith.
That's an ending?
Yes.
Dang.
But nope, he did have enough.
There must be a lot of endings in that game or something.
There's 100 of them.
That would be why it's so short then, yes.
Yeah. Now, if I had the chicken, that might actually work. The video is just going viral. He had to stay home for some time to avoid all the trolling by millennials. Okay. So when I do that again, I'm gonna have to drill the creator. The dev. There's a door there. Damn it.
Scrap. Whoa! What the?
I see how that works. Unexpected? Okay. Okay, now what if I do a leap of faith, but this time I have a chicken on my side? Because the chicken is like a parachute.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, that scared me. It seems the princess was not just guarding by a swinging anvil, but also a mimic. Make sure they're dead. Not sure what that would be. Why did he step away again? I forgot.
was two things. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I gotta go to bed early, unfortunately. Yay! Doctor's appointment! So much fun.
Fun.
Yep.
we? I think now we got two things to get on Izzy's case for: the 10-hour stream, and also the 10-hour unannounced intermission during a stream.
Yeah, see, like I said, he gets up and goes, "You streamed for 4 hours last night." Yes, I streamed the crazy Zelda game for 4 hours last night.
Yeah, 4 is not 10. Last time I checked.
It's
4 is.
even though when I finished, I was
Yeah.
the second I finished, my head hit the pillow and I was out.
Mm.
I think he went to go see his brother or something, but at the same time, he also streamed on the days he said he wasn't gonna stream because he said he was bored.
I know you broke breaking protocol, Trevor.
And then he blamed me for that again. Yeah.
Of course.
It was your fault. You broke protocol first. Then we all started breaking protocol. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I just don't leave people hanging for 6 hours. I don't leave people hanging. If I step away, I go, I'll step away, I'm going to the restroom, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that real quick. That way y'all know what's up. But when you leave somebody hanging on the stream, nah.
Yeah,
That's easy for you.
Yeah.
So, I don't know anymore.
Conveniently hypocritical at times. Are we all?
Yeah, I think we're all hypocrites nowadays.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Aye. What is DM doing?
Yes, I want to let people know now. They just know I'm doing something, you're laughing, and we're all in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm. I stopped playing, so I'm not gonna.
I'm still doing Anchorizer. It's still a pretty good game. Can't complain on it much. Even all the changes they made to it, it's still pretty good.
That's good.
Yes, I did actually. I still haven't played the game you gave me yet. I'm still working on it.
No, I wasn't gonna ask.
I'm just working on it. I'm still getting through stuff.
You got stuff you gotta do. I understand that. Maybe I should go back to playing Natural Doctrine New Game Plus.
Oh god, yeah, just to hear you scream and yet to hear you scream.
Well, you won't hear me scream because it's on the PS4, which is in the other room.
Okay, did I hear?
She'll sense me suffering.
Pretty much, yeah. That's why I said, yeah, to hear you screaming. No, thank you. Yep, like I said, we will have to get on Izzy's butt for this. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I said yes. We will have to get on Izzy's behind for this.
Yes, we will.
So yeah, you're breaking protocol again. You're breaking all the stream rules and everything.
Yes.
It's 2022. You're not supposed to be breaking
Yes,
protocol.
Izzy, breaking protocol does not make you a revolutionary or a rebel. Sometimes it can make you a moron.
Pretty much, yes. So, yeah. I'm gonna be here for a few more minutes and then I'm out. So if you want to roll with me, be on
Dude, I might be out the door with you at that point.
Feel like I'm out. I got stuff to do. I ain't got time to be sitting around with you.
Ryu, I'm gonna say the words you thought I would never say. I don't blame you one bit.
And I didn't think you would say that whatsoever, but I am shocked and appalled and yep, I got my hands full, but I'll be clapping with you right now and everything. So. Yep, I'm out. I'll see you tomorrow, then.
Later.
Yep.
And what? Couple minutes after all that. Alright. And everybody left. Okay. Yeah, I'm done. Okay.
What did Kami say?
He said it feels more like winter in the autumn palace.
I don't get it.
I haven't been able to enter the room personally. Should be possible to look inside after the police have finished investigating.
I like to know what's in there myself.
The farm. Did you get everything changed over?
Over the weekend.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so what you need to know is they won't be asking for anything until the end of this month, like 40 months, 46 months.
For what? For you?
Basically, I did 7 to 1.
Okay, so I got, okay, so how much is it gonna cost you?
40, 42, or 40, 46.
Wow.
This one, over the course of the whole week.
Oh, they charge you for this month and for half of this month and next month.
No, it's for the end of. Let me step out for a minute. I like to know what's like in there myself. Isn't there anyone else who knows? Isn't there anyone else who knows about the incident?
Ah, there's someone, Miles' friend, right?
Friend? Oh, he's such a nuisance. We can no choice but to listen to what he has to say for now. I apologize for the long break in this stream, so it's just me. Hi, Mo. How's it going? I'm actually glad I did something for the last 3 hours, even though I wasn't streaming, but that's okay.
What, you mean? Oh, you're here too, Cat. You're looking cute as ever.
Long time no see, it's Larry, isn't it? Okay, right now my name's Laurice. I'm an artist, that's why. Oh, so that's your pen name, Laurice, the artist formerly known as Larry?
Wow, you really are a good girl, Kate. None like Edge here.
I have many things I need to ask you.
What's this? Don't tell me you suspect me again. Because I was the first one to see, I must be the culprit, aren't you?
I never said anything like that. I only want you to tell me what you saw. You said you saw something. You said you saw something that no one should ever have to see. Did you not?
But now I'm saying I didn't see none, and I didn't do none.
Probably. Oh my, he didn't seem so confident at the end there. There are somewhat troublesome circumstances surrounding this man. The saying, when something smells, is usually the butt still holds true 26 years on. One could say his tendency to attract trouble is legendary. Seems he's done some things troublesome without even realizing himself. I'll just have to try and extract the truth from him. My goal is to expose whatever Larry's hiding. However,
I didn't see nothing, I didn't do nothing.
Larry is extremely restless and troublesome, man. Until he cools down, I'll just wait and see. First, I'll ask him about his goal. This isn't something I can't handle. I'll finish this quickly. Logic! Chess! Why'd you come here? What was your purpose for coming to the art gallery?
What? Did you say I don't belong in an art gallery? Hey, if you're not gonna talk, hold that pose so I can paint your portrait. And then I'll scribble all over the portrait I drew of you. What?
I was just joking. I would never scribble over my paintings, of course. It all works fine after all. I don't think any of your works would qualify as art.
Don't look down on me. There are people who recognize my skills as an artist.
Mandy's my girlfriend, but it's really my painting she fell in love with. That's why I'll sketch anything my girlfriend likes. You sound like me. I'll play anything my girlfriend likes. Then, why are you here on your own today?
So what, can't a guy with a girlfriend spend some time alone?
Don't I always? Mandy says she's a Gemini. I thought she'd be happy if I showed her a sketch of it on our next date. You really had that much confidence in the sketch? Well, I'm not confident about this one. But I thought she would be happy if I did a sketch of her astrological sign. You came to see the Gemini Sculpture. I see. It's just like you. To impress Mandy, you came here to see the Gemini Sculpture, didn't you?
What?
What? You really had that much confidence in the sketch? Well, I'm not confident about this one. But I thought she would be happy if I did a sketch of her astrological sign. You came to see the Gemini Sculpture, didn't you?
What?
How'd you find out? Because you just unknowingly told me everything. Well then, I'm not saying another word from now on. Smiley decided to remain silent. In that case, I'll be more relentless in my questioning. I'll try to find out what he was doing here at the art gallery. I expose his true motives. This shouldn't take long. What'd you do at the art gallery? What did you do in this art gallery? What's with that glare? I don't really remember anything. I didn't have a pamphlet, so I just loitered around the fountain patio. You forgot to get a pamphlet. Don't they give you a pamphlet at the reception booth after you pay the admission fee? Oh, is that right? So the admission wasn't free, huh? You didn't pay. Don't tell me you sneaked in here without paying. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do anything bad. It's just there was no one at the reception booth. That's why I thought you could come in for free. She wasn't there? Miss Hall wasn't at the reception booth? Yeah, it didn't look like there was anyone on the other side of the desk. Come to think of it, Gumshoe did say something about that. Miss Hall was busy activating the sprinklers from the security room. Because of the incident, she had to leave the reception booth. Poor Katie. She went on to that trouble to open up the place. And now the art gallery's star attraction, the Winter Palace, is completely ruined. You know about the Winter Palace. You are certainly well informed about the Winter Palace for someone without a pamphlet. The Winter Palace is where your gold or Gemini Sculpture is located. You had your sights set on the Winter Palace from the beginning, didn't you? Ah! How'd you find me out again? That's right, my goal was to see the Gemini Sculpture. From the very beginning, the Winter Palace was the very reason why I came here. He confessed quite easily. You can never tell anything with this man. Next, I'll ask for further information regarding the Winter Palace. You may still have some fight left in him. I'll watch his reactions and extract the information I need. Did you enter? There, did you enter the Winter Palace? What's with that look of distrust? Sure, I tried going in, but you couldn't get in. You tried to go in, but you weren't really able to, right? Yeah, that's about right. I wanted to go in, but then that old geezer collapsed, and I was a little freaked out. It's because of the victim. So you couldn't get in because the victim of the poison gas collapse. Yeah, he fell right out of the Winter Palace. Sure, the victim emerged from the Walden Palace. If it weren't for that poison gas incident, I'd be in there sketching the Gemini Sculpture right now. I must have mistaken the Art Palace for the Winter Palace. That aside, seems his goal was to sketch the sculpture. That should be a useful clue. What did you see in the Winter Palace? Larry, did you see anything in the Winter Palace? You're still hung up on that? Didn't I say that I didn't see anything? started thinking it wasn't such a good idea to come to the art gallery. I needed to leave soon to meet with my girlfriend. Perhaps I should try using the clip. What about your sketch? You came here to sketch the sculpture for your girlfriend, did you not? I don't think you would give up that easily. Even after the victim collapsed, you could still see the inside of the... Even after the victim collapsed, you could still see inside the room from the outside, right? Well, I may have gotten a tiny glimpse, but there's no evidence that I saw something scary in there, right? You saw something scary. My. I'm disappointed it turned out to be this simple. That you saw something scary at the crime scene, didn't you? Can you read my mind? In that case, there's no point keeping any secrets from you. You just tell me everything of your own accord. That was a complete waste of time, but finally, it's checkmate. I had my eyes fixed on the Gemini Sculpture. You've mentioned the sculpture many times now, but I don't believe the sculpture you saw was the Gemini one. What? It wasn't a mirage then? I mistakenly thought he saw the Winter Palace. This piece of evidence shows what I saw was real, and this is it. Take a look at this pamphlet. In the Autumn Palace, the Pisces, Capricorn, Aries, and Aquarius sculptures are displayed. Incidentally, I can confirm that the Gemini sculpture is located in the Winter Palace. Therefore, the sculpture you saw could not have been the Gemini one. I knew it. I should have expected to be a bit more shocked at things. I thought it was kind of strange. No, I saw a single goddess, and the transformation was no mirage. Transformation, you say? Oh, you curious too, Angie? Well, none for it. Guess I'd show you. Show me. What exactly? I drew a picture of the very scene I saw back then, but I really can't believe what I drew. Picture? What picture? This one, right here. What? What is this disturbing picture? Is that sculpture weeping tears of blood? Hilarious, this picture's scary. Okay, it scared me too. This Gemini sculpture suddenly transformed into a goddess right before my eyes. I couldn't help but scream. So the victim collapsing wasn't what surprised him. What do you mean when you said transformed? I don't really understand myself. The lower half of its body just turned into a fish. A fish goddess. That would be the Pisces sculpture, wouldn't it? In mythology, Pisces represents the fish that a goddess and her son transform into. Really? So Pisces is just a couple of ordinary fish? And you don't think that sculpture's cursed, do you? Those tears of blood turned the Gemini sculpture into a fish? Preposterous. You simply mistook the Plastique sculpture for the Gemini.
Oh, you put the sketch in your organizer?
Even a sketch like this can be used as scrap paper after all. How could you? But it's strange. Why did only the lower half of the sculpture transform? Uncle Ray's a bit curious about what went on in Palace. Indeed. I wonder if someone tampered with the Plastique sculpture. Yes, Edgeworth have. Mr. Edgeworth, we finished searching the room. Boys and guys isn't threatening more, so you can enter the crime scene. Alright, good work, detective. See, we can enter the Autumn House now. Nice timing, Mr. Detective.
Let's go right now. I want to see the Plastique sculpture.
If Kay's going, I'm going too. I was planning on bringing him along anyway. Right then, let's proceed to the Autumn Palace. So this is the Autumn Palace. Certainly does resemble the Winter Palace. I'm awake, sir! Uh-huh? Aren't you that hairy bus guy? Wrong! I'm Louis Doom! Never mind that, detective. Your report, if you please. Roger that, sir. We discovered a used gas burner during our investigation. The nozzle was still warm when we found it, so it may be related to the incident. Here's a heat something. Is that ladder always there on the ground? Was probably used by the person who set off the poison gas. The poison gas was released when someone lifted the lid off the glass case, sir. The Plastique sculpture. Oh, seems like you know about it, sir. Well then, do you know what the sculpture next to it is? Since we're in the Autumn Palace, it would probably be the Capricorn sculpture. As expected, Mr. Edgeworth, I thought it was Taurus myself. I was thrown off as it was covered by this weird cloth. A fluorescent cloth. I wonder what it's doing here. Evidence from the IS-7 incident. No matter what it is or how it got here. The sculptures in this room are all covered with this fluorescent cloth.
And because they're hidden, it makes me want to see them even more.
Let's take a look. I'll just get this cloth off.
Wow, they're beautiful.
You don't think the transformation there is so... was in fact the moment the cloth wrapped around the lower half of Pisces fell? See it? It wasn't a mirage or a mistake after all. Hey, Miles. Sure is something strange about this room. Looks exactly as the Winter Palace we were in just a moment ago. Yes, I agree. Perhaps the sculptures were hidden to make it look like the Winter Palace. If you wrap the cloth around the lower half of the Pisces sculpture, it looks like Gemini. Capricorn's half fish too. Hide the lower half and it resembles Taurus. Main two, which couldn't be altered with trickery, were covered up. Autumn Palace was made to look like the Winter Palace, so it seems. Mr. Shields. It looks like we'll need to conduct an investigation of the Autumn Palace too. Mr. DeBess and Judge Courtney.
Hey, you guys again? This is a problem. You see, this is my crime scene.
Mr. Edgeworth, it seems my power is insufficient. If you are here, then it would appear that you still haven't understood my warnings. Furthermore, you know full well your reckless actions will cause trouble for that detective. In the name of the goddess of law, I must pass judgment.
You got it all wrong, pal. I was the one who asked Mr. Edgeworth to investigate.
Really?
Well then, Flatfoot, I'll have to do that.
That?
Yeah, that. Right. Cut your salary. Looking forward to your next payday. I always wanted to say that.
Well, you're the last person I want cutting my salary, pal. Hold it to best. I am only cooperating with the police as a witness to this incident. Detective Gumshoe is not to blame.
So that is how it is. Well then, should I be raising his salary?
No, that's not what I meant. But it would really be nice to get my salary raised. Your mercy is deeply moving, Sebastian. But past transgressions must lead to future judgment. Prosecutor Edgeworth and all in his company depart at once from this holy site.
But that's... we only just got here.
The one given the goddess of law's blessing for this incident was Sebastian. In other words, Mr. DeBess is the prosecutor in charge of this case.
That is right, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening performance is over. Besides, I've already got my eyes set on the culprit.
What? Who, pal?
Well, naturally, that artist.
Me?
Hey! What's going on?
Don't ask me. I can't understand this reason.
If you can't understand how the best prosecutor thinks, it simply shows how inculpable you are.
Seems he doesn't know what inculpable means. That's right, Sebastian. Prosecutor Edgeworth is quite incapable.
Yes, he is incapable.
She just nonchalantly corrected him.
Don't underestimate my intelligence gathering skills.
Yeah, you're right. I don't.
I just came from the infirmary and asked the doctor there about the cause of the poison gas.
And what was the cause?
Some normal substance. What was his name again? Hold on a second. I'll call the doctor, make sure.
Since Sebastian's on the phone, I'll answer for him. In that case, why didn't you tell us before he called? The poison gas was caused by the mixing of two different types of chemicals. Their names are normalium and fatalium. Fatalium. Normalium and fatalium. So, what are those chemicals exactly? Normalium is a red liquid that's commonly used in everyday products. It can be found in paint and detergent, among other things, but it's not toxic by itself. So you're saying that it's a substance readily available to anyone? Yes, but fatalium, on the other hand, is not so easy to obtain. Because it's fatal. Its name sure sounds dangerous. What's it used for? It is the active ingredient of a white pesticide known as megatoxin X. Fatalium itself also has a deep white color, but is not readily sold in stores. It's nearly impossible to obtain domestically. Right now we are looking into how this chemical was obtained. Poison gas.
Okay, I finally found out the names of those chemicals.
Judge Courtney has already told us. We don't need to hear it again.
Fine then, I'll cut to the chase. You know that normalium from the poison gas is also used in paint, right? Today, out of everyone who visited our gallery, the only one carrying paint was that artist.
You're treating me as the culprit just because of that?
I object to the red paint on the palette you're carrying.
Hey, Ed, don't you think this prosecutor is kind of an idiot?
Yes. Indeed, although I've only known him for a short time, his logic is always absurd.
Hey, don't ignore me!
It's alright, Sebastian. They're only doing it because they're afraid of you. Like the first star to appear at night shows reasoning that shines the best.
The first star shines best. Not bad. Hey, you guys better listen up too.
His shining logic.
That artist was the first to discover the victim, so naturally, he's the best suspect.
He's also the best subject, too.
The poison gas was caused by normally a chemical found in paint, right? As he was carrying paint near the victim, he would have had the best chance. The paint, along with being the first witness, that pretty much proves he's the culprit. So, what do you think of that, Justine?
We cannot ignore the possibility. Well then, Mr. Artius, please tell us the truth. Did you leave red paint at the crime scene? Or else, did you cause the poison gas to go off?
The only thing I leave behind is my bond of love with you.
Please, watch what you say. She's not interested in you, dude. My gavel's already prepared to declare you guilty. Objection! Please pay no heed to this man's statements.
Hey, you guys! Ignoring my reasoning just because it's flawless won't do you any good. Mr. Edgeworth, if you already admitted defeat, you should take your leave.
Even though I don't really have time to deal with your ridiculous reasoning. Rebut all. Sir. Mr. DeBest, your logic is more akin to a shooting star than a shining star.
It shines the best, like a shooting star, right?
It may shine brightly for a brief moment, but then it burns itself out. The poison gas originated from inside the glass case of the Pisces sculpture.
Exactly! So that's where the artist set up the gas, right? He used the normalium in his red paint.
As your senior, let me give you one piece of advice. Listen to the explanations of others. The poison was caused by mixing both normonium and fatalium together. The normonium contained in the red paint is not enough by itself.
Really? But I thought I heard that normalium caused the fatality.
Don't tell me you just misheard the forensic report!
You heard it?
By the time they discovered the victim, the room was already filled with poison gas. It is time for you to realize how capable you really are!
Hey, what do you mean by capable? You tried to use that word earlier and you still don't know what it means?
He means to say you are lacking in ability. Incidentally, incapable has a completely different meaning.
I get it. You're making fun of me again, aren't you?
I am merely saying you were incapable in your investigation.
Before you insult Sebastian, I still have some doubts about your own statement.
What kind of doubts?
For all we know, Mr. Artiste could also simply enter the Autumn Palace at an earlier time. Moreover, do you have evidence that the red paint is unrelated to the case?
The most important thing now is not the red paint, the red nomalium and the white fatalium. Exactly how were these two substances mixed? I believe that is our main concern.
Naturally. It was Sebastian's job to investigate that. Were it not for your interference, we would have found that out by now.
I never intended to interfere. On the contrary, I like to cooperate.
Don't tell me you're going to say you know the cause of the poison gas.
How the poison gas started, I have something that may shed some light on this matter.
Sebastian, do not fall for his bluff. Come now, it's fine, really. Let's hear what he's come up with. If you say so, Sebastian. Come on, show us! How did the poison gas start?
Surely you're not saying that this was the cause of the poison gas? It seems even you noticed it.
Duh! It really stands out!
Those red tears that Larry saw were undoubtedly nomalium.
Huh? Wait a sec. If those were chemicals, does that mean a ghost set off the poison gas?
I don't have the time to play along with him. But red tears of nomalium could not have triggered the poison gas by itself. That red liquid was mixed inside the case to create the poison gas.
What? Just where do you see evidence that the chemicals were mixed?
That can also be seen in this sketch. Here's the evidence. A pink liquid can be seen flowing out from under the case of the Plastique sculpture. This is proof that the two chemicals were mixed.
Just hold on a second, I still don't get it. How does this show that normalium and fatalium were mixed?
Since we have a self-proclaimed artist here, I'll let him explain. Larry, you fancy yourself an artist, so you should know about mixing paint, right? What do you add red to make pink?
Don't take me for a fool! You know, I've graduated from middle school. You add white to red to make pink. It's common knowledge. Well, technically, there's rose pink, baby pink, and stuff.
That's enough. Now do you understand, Mr. DeBus?
Ah, that's how it is. By mixing red normalium and white fatalium, you get a pink liquid?
Yes, exactly.
I see. It looks like Mr. DePass finally gets it.
Finally.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, you've merely presented one possibility. Do we really know if the color was the result of two chemicals mixed together? Furthermore, the sketch was drawn by the suspect. I cannot put much faith into it. I just paid what I saw. How could that be a lie? Mr. Artist, I did not permit you to speak. Ugh, it's so cold. But that's part of a charm.
Of course, I intend to bring the truth to light immediately.
It would not be wise to jeopardize your position even further. Aren't you going to answer my question from before? How do you know that Mr. Artiste did not enter the Autumn Palace? If you cannot prove this, there is no room for you to argue any further.
Alright, could we find that out if we talk to the victim, pal?
The victim, Ding Gustavia, remains unconscious and in critical condition.
Ah, that's right.
Well then, Sebastian will be investigating the crime scene now. All of you, please vacate the premises. If you were to take a stand in court, you cause a lot of trouble for the presiding judge. Is there something you would like to say, Mr. Artiste?
Hold your horses, Miss Cool. Hold your horses, Miss Cool Beauty.
My name is Justin Courtney. Please don't address me by such a strange title.
Ah, you finally told me your name. Pleased to meet you, Justy. I'm Lawrence Doonan, but you call me Lawrence.
Mr. Artiste, please get to the point.
I just remembered something I haven't had a chance to say yet. When I first got to this room, it was locked, so I couldn't go in. But then, that old dude just suddenly fell through the floor.
It would appear that the palace rooms can be locked from the inside. But just because you say it was so doesn't mean the door was locked. Without proof, your statement holds no value.
Objection.
Well, why not let Uncle Ray prove it for you?
What?
After all, we can confirm the room was locked too. Right, Miles?
Yes, I remember as well. Where the palace should be? Huh? It's locked up. Well, that's odd. They've already opened the museum. I'm doing alright. How about you, man? Great seeing you. Thanks for coming. I finally got back into this after like a very long talk with my brother. Not a bad talk, just a talk. You know, some family business. Until the gas outbreak, no one could have entered this room.
Perhaps the suspect entered the room with the victim during the gas outbreak.
As you can see, this man did not inhale any of the gas. If you examine his belongings, you'll find he wasn't carrying a gas mask either.
That's so. Well then, I've no choice but to agree.
That was easier than expected. Anyway, I presume this clears up any suspicion surrounding that. It seems Mr. Best Logic was off once again.
Not exactly. I just didn't have enough information, that's all. Therefore, my reasoning was just before its time. Sure has a grand way of saying that things didn't work out for him. In that case, there's one more suspect who has yet to take the stand. Mr. Artist, you are free to go.
Ha! But I want to talk to you a little more, Justy.
Overruled.
Your cold demeanor leaves me mesmerized all the more.
This other suspect is...
A pharmacist by the name of Delicious Scones. It would have been difficult for this artist to obtain the fecalium from Megatoxin X, but a pharmacist may have knowledge of how to do that. The court will now take a 10-minute recess. Sebastian, it would be best if we brought her in quickly.
Best if we brought her in quickly. Sounds good. Leave it to me. Hey, Flatfoot, keep up the investigation.
Don't tell me. Judge Courtney suspected her from the very beginning. So Mr. Best's logic wasn't any help at all?
Judge Courtney, just what is she thinking?
So let me do this. Let me make sure I just drop a save right there. Before I do anything else, I want to make sure. So we've got one here. 2. 4. Okay. Just want to make sure I add all my saves. Well, on that note, I gotta make up for what just happened. Probably next time, though. Because most of the time was ate up. But, you know, it was stayed on longer than it should have, and should have ended up where it shouldn't have. But anyway. Yeah, to make up for it, tomorrow's Monday, so I'll be dealing with Willie Beamish properly. But it'll be a bit late when I do it, but I'm hoping you guys can make it out when I do end up doing it. So next time, which is Monday, it's Willie Beamish. So if you can make it out to my streams on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as well as Sunday, it's usually during 6 or between the hours of 5 or 6 my time, something like that. Trust me, it'd be great if you did. But anyway, next time we shall deal with the second half of this weird ass case of the inherited turnabout. So I'd like to thank those for joining me in chat, even though there wasn't much chatting going on, as well as Discord. I had a busy night and earlier, but you know, it's all in good fun. So next time we're going to do the middle of So next time, we're going to do this. I mean, unless, you know, unless people want me to continue, I can continue. But you know what? Yeah, I am just going to do that. Just because most of my time was eaten up, so I think I ought to make it up, shouldn't I? I should.
just me in here. That's funny. Well, you know what? Let's just say that was a... After all that was going on for the last couple of minutes, that really didn't happen.
She said it would only be a 10-minute recess. They sure are taking off a long time. Ahem. Sorry to keep you waiting. Prosecutor the Best presents Miss Delicious Scones. Yes, you called. So here I am. It is I, Delicious Scones, the pharmacist who makes delicious drugs. But you can call me Miss Delicious. And you can call me Mr. the Bestest. Alright. Nice to meet you, Buster.
They've gotten straight to nicknames.
Oh, that boy. That reminds me of something.
This is Miles. He's Gregory's son.
Yes, it's nice to meet you, Molly.
Could you please not call me Miley?
Meeting Greg is, I guess it's a sign that I'm getting old.
How old is this woman?
Yeah, you can call me Grandma Rockroll. Sebastian, isn't there something you'd like to ask Miss Pharmacist? Oh, right, yeah. Miss Delicious, could you tell us the reason why you came to the gallery? Yes, I came to see the curator Katie. I've been friends with her for 18 years, so I visit her quite often. Is it true, Miss Pharmacist, that you also assisted in the treatment of Mr. Gustavia? I guess you could say that, although I only made the antidote for the doctor. Wow, you made the antidote on the spot? Yes, sir. As long as I have the right ingredients, I can make any drug I say. The infirmary here is well equipped, you see. Instead of sending them to a hospital in critical condition, we treat him right away. I did all I could do. The rest depends upon his body's ability to recover. Do you know the victim, Miss Delicious? Yes, sir. Although it's been 18 years since I last saw him, I knew that he'd become a world-famous pastry chef. Eh? Is the victim that famous? I had on the news that he won a competition for designing desserts.
That reminds me, I do remember him mentioning something about studying design in Shanghai.
Now, let's get down to business. Miss Pharmacist, are you familiar with the drug Megatoxin X? Yes, the drug that's used to cure those things. It's meg effective. That's because it's a potion. It's not available to the general public.
What are those things you're referring to?
It's a drug for vanquishing the creatures that struck fear into the heart of a lady. The ones that often infest kitchens and the like. I think I know what she's talking about. So, Miss Pharmacist, may I ask one more thing? Do you know what happens when you mix normalium with fatalium? Yes, sir, I know. It's even written on the warning label for Megatoxin X. Hazardous when mixed. When the two drugs are mixed together, a chemical reaction occurs in a gas release. Inhaling a large amount of this can cause breathing difficulties and even death. From the amount of pores and gas Gustav breathed in nothing. There was probably at least 500 milliliters of each chemical in the gas.
As expected, the pharmacist, she's very well informed.
Normalium is a adhesive liquid that becomes hot as soon as the heat is applied. It also has a red color and a minty fragrance due to its low cost. It's used everywhere. Batons of white watery liquid. And that's enough for now. As expected of a pharmacist, you're very knowledgeable. Yes, sir, of course I am. Megatoxin X is one of the chemicals that the company I work for produces. But not just anyone has access to it. It's so potent as a poison that it couldn't be sold to the public after all. Thank you. I think that's all I need to hear. Does Judge Courtney suspect her? What is she hiding behind that smile? Oh, Flatfoot, have you made progress in your investigation or something?
Yeah, let me tell you. The glass case that contained the sculptures can be opened by the mechanism in the lid.
What strange cases?
The temperature in the cases can be lowered down to 0. The inside of the Pisces case was set to 27 degrees Fahrenheit, so my hand nearly got stuck to the ice.
Good thing it didn't. So then,
from the lid of the Pisces case, we detected slight traces of normality.
yeah, not bad. If the normalium was in a glass case at a temperature of 27 degrees Fahrenheit, then it wouldn't have been frozen to the lid. Really? So what happened?
Mr. DeBest, why don't we try borrowing the power of Case Little Thief? I think the circumstances will be easier to understand if we use our Mr. Thief.
So you really want to help me out that much?
Fine. I'm not really sure how all this works, but you get on with it.
I hate being bossed around by this guy, but to arrive at the truth, I'll do it. Stop acting as you please. The goddess of law has no need of your power.
And don't be such a stick in the mud, Courtney Pie. We have approval of the prosecutors in charge, so what's the problem? Could it be there's something the pick doesn't want us to find out?
That's none of your concern. If you insist on participating in the investigation, then let me check if you're qualified by asking you a question.
What is she planning?
Who set off the poison gas? If you can answer me, then I'll allow you to work with us.
Well then, Miles, the person who opened the Pisces case and set off the gas. When you think about the circumstances, there's only one person who could have been. Yes, considering the circumstances, clear who was.
So please give your answer.
Who set off poison gas? There was no one in the Alton Palace other than the victim, King Gustavia. It's hard to believe it could have been anyone but him.
It seems that way. Very well. I'll allow you to participate this time. However, if I feel you are a hindrance, I will have to ask you to leave.
Understood. But what I don't understand is why the victim opened that case.
So, Miss Edgeworth, what shall I recreate?
Based on the information we've gathered so far, let's recreate the scene before the gas.
Got it.
Ah! Don't scare me like that!
That is the true power of Seth.
Let's investigate the Pisces sculpture posters. There's frozen ammonium on the lid of the Pisces sculpture glass case.
It's fast that they can't even open the lid.
On the actual glass case, the lid was heavily cracked. Hey, what's going on? Glad you can make it. It was like someone handed out for the Pisces sculpture, sir.
You have any idea how it came to be cracked like this? Well, the damage didn't seem to have come from the outside of the glass case, sir. So the inside of the case was below freezing point, and the case had developed cracks. There are no signs of external damage. From this we can deduce. Below freezing, like Mr. Edgeworth's cold stare. And cracked like Mr. Edgeworth's faux pal. Thermal fracturing! The cold glass case was heated from the outside, causing it to crack. Why did thermal fracturing occur here? And what caused it? Inside the thermally fractured Inside the thermally fractured glass case, there was frozen pneumonium. Oh? A face sprout means you thought of something, Miles. Indeed I have. I know how Mr. Gustavio was able to open the case. What? How could you possibly know something I told? I'd say the things he does know are in the minority. Hey, aren't you going to let me know? Not really. How did Dame Gustavia open the glass case? The gas burner that was found in the almond palace shows signs of recent use. I believe this was the cause of thermal fracturing in the Plastique sculpture glass case. A gas burner? Why would he use something like that? I got it. The lid was frozen shut, so he had to use the burner to melt the ice. Indeed, that is correct. I just had a late start. I'm still the best, you know. Late start. You didn't even understand a single thing, did you? Well, that's just because Mr. Edgeworth's explanation was hard to follow. Excuse with you, boy. Okay, why don't you update the little thief so that he can understand it? If you say so. Right, let's restart the recreation. I feel since I've been doing Ace Attorney for quite a while, I might as well just at least get the middle done. So I'm still doing the middle part of this, which I thought it was the middle, which I thought I was done with, but it's not. So there we go. So if you came in late, don't worry, you didn't really come in late. I've been streaming for about a good 2 hours. So I'm still streaming. So hopefully, if you guys were streaming, I hope your stream were as good as mine were at the beginning. Probably better. The victim, Dame Gustavia, was the only one to enter the Autumn Palace. He used the gas burner then. The pneumonium in this glass case would have melted. And then... the melted pneumonium would have come in contact with the fatalium inside the case. And produced the poison gas. The moment Mr. Gustavia opened the lid, he would have begun to inhale the gas. He managed to drag himself out to the fountain patio just before his strength ran out. So he inhaled the gas when he opened the lid. Seems he finally understands. But why did Mr. Gustavio open the
last case of the Plastique Sculpture.
The victim's goat? That I don't know yet.
Perhaps he had the same reason as Uncle Ray. Maybe he actually came to see the Winter Palace, not the Autumn one. Uncle Ray also thought that this was the Winter Palace at first.
Oi, you two, Ray. Actually, I thought so too. It looked just like Icy's room from 18 years ago. It's even got the same plants in front of the door. Seems everyone involved with the I-7 incident made the same mistake. It's imperative that we investigate the real Winter Palace movie. Should suggest that we do Mr. Best.
I get it now. Yeah, that's how it was.
Did you think of something? That the victim committed suicide! He thought he would look refined if he died in an art gallery.
What?
Have you ever been listening?
Well, if you're as smart as me, just hearing half of the story will be enough.
Sebastian, I'll explain it from the top later.
The top? That means best, right? Alright, I'll leave it to you.
Yes, it would be best to let George Courtney handle him. That aside, don't you have some information to inform everyone of?
Ah, I totally forgot.
What are you talking about?
We did a little checking on that pharmacist. We, meaning me, the best prosecutor's subordinate.
That's not something to brag about.
Shut up, you! Quiet down and listen.
Suicide is, off the table for now, yeah.
That's because, in short, that pharmacist is a culprit. She set up the gas as a trap.
It's a terrible shame, Miss Pharmacist. How could one in the profession of saving lives stoop to extinguishing them?
Oh! What are you saying? I would never do such a thing.
Mr. DeBose, do you have a basis for these accusations?
Of course, this is my basis. Her pharmacist license. It would permit her to handle Megatoxin X, right?
As active ingredient, phthallium was one of the components of the poison gas.
Exactly! That chemical's almost impossible for ordinary people to obtain. But that pharmacist is another story altogether. It wasn't me. You got it all wrong.
Yeah, how could you? How could you?
And that's not all. A bottle of Megatoxin X was found in the victim's pocket. And on the bottle, we found clear fingerprints. Yours. You and the curator took the victim to the infirmary, right? That would have given you the perfect opportunity to plant the bottle on him.
You are the only pharmacist on the premises who could have handled Megatoxin X. Furthermore, as a curator of this art gallery, you're an acquaintance of hers. You would have had access to the gallery at any time in order to prepare the poison gas trap.
Please wait till that Megatoxin X even started.
Trying to lie your way out of this won't go well with me.
It's true. Look, I've got the proof right here in my bag.
What is she searching for? Yes, she's a Lalafeld chef.
Not this. Not this either.
I remember seeing clothes like that recently.
Here. Please take a look at this.
Some sort of paper.
What's it say?
April 1st, theft reported, accepted. Stolen item, Megatoxin X.
It's a theft report acceptance certificate. What?
Yes, see, truth is, 1 week ago, my megatoxin was stolen. 1 week ago. That means you didn't have it with you today. Yes, see, that bottle of destroyed powder water was stolen from me. I normally carry that bottle of megatoxin next to my bag at all times. Even though I often forget to keep it locked up.
But why in the world would you carry such a dangerous substance on your person?
Well, you never know when not just appear. Those creatures that infest the kitchen, striking fear into the heart of a lady, right?
Cockroaches.
Although if you had a rolled up newspaper, you could just squash them with one blow. Justine, what do we do now? Well then, can we really accept this death report? Let's ask for confirmation. That should clearly tell us whether she's lying or not. Right! Well then I'll just call and confirm it. Looks like Miss Delicious isn't the culprit.
Indeed, she really did set up the poison gas as a trap. I don't believe she would do it in the way that incriminates her the most.
So, Miles, who do you think is the culprit?
Predicting the actions of the victim would require a fair amount of advanced planning. And there's only one person here capable of that.
Huh? Uncle Ray would like to know, too. Who do you suspect?
The one who stole the megatoxin and prepared the room in advance was... It had to be the curator of the Zodiac Art Gallery, Miss Catherine Holt. However, I still don't have any evidence that she is the criminal yet.
I see. She is...
The way he just said that just now sounded like he had been expecting it.
Good job, Miles. As expected from Uncle Ray's future apprentice. I have no intention of becoming your apprentice. And I will now announce the results of my verification. I can confirm that her theft report was indeed accepted. Therefore, it's a little too early to come up to a decision.
That means your logic was completely faulty.
You're wrong. My real performance is still to come.
Really? And how do you plan to proceed with your investigation?
That first, we need to speak with the curator.
And after that?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Sebastian. Mr. Gustavio may have had business in the Winter Palace. I believe we should send an investigator there as well.
Oh, that's good too! Detective Gumshoe, investigate the Winter Palace at once.
Aye, sir.
Justine, let's go talk to the curator.
Yes, let us proceed. We should go and listen to what Miss Hall has to say as well. (1:35 p.m.)
Alright, I want you guys to listen to what the curator has to say.
Is it the best? Weren't you going to go talk to her yourself?
Nah, that's a job for my subordinates. All I had to do is wait for their report. I'm the best prosecutor after all.
Such arrogance.
Well, this is anticlimactic. I'm gonna chill for a bit. What's that in the fountain? Ah! There's a dead body in the fountain!
What is the meaning of this?
Silence, everyone! Forensics! Identify this body at once!
It's terrible, pal!
Please be quiet, detective.
The ice sculpture in the Winter Palace.
Whoa! What? What is going on here?
There are 2 victims now.
This is all just like 18 years ago. Once again, the ice sculptures are melted.
Again?
And everyone related to the incident 18 years ago is gathered here now. No mere coincidence, don't you think so, Miles?
Yes.
The key to finding the truth of this case lies in the IS-7 incident. This is what I believe. That's right. Uncle Ray thinks so too. Looks like it's time, once again, for Uncle Ray to tell you about the IS-7 incident. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that after that little add-on, which made no damn sense, but from the walkthrough I'm looking at, it totally makes sense. Or so we think. So next Sunday, hopefully I won't be held up by anything else other than what I've been normally doing. FC business aside. Next Sunday we will go into the conclusion to the most tastiest of all cases I've ever dealt with in this one game alone. And who knows, maybe it might make sense, maybe it might not make sense. But thanks for coming out anyway. I look forward to tomorrow when I redo Willie Beamish and do everything right and wrong all at the same time, and we come to a dingy ass conclusion. So thanks for coming out, thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time when we go into the flashback sequence of Turnabout Inheritance. So, I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. And thanks for coming out.